Hello, hello. Hi, Slamic. Nice to see you. How are you doing today? I'm pretty good myself, thank you for asking. Excited for the weekend. Hopefully get to stream some more on the weekend. We'll see. Is the music too loud, by the way? Like in comparison to the voice? It's somewhat okay. I can barely hear it, okay. That's where it is. I don't want it to be too loud, but you should be able to notice it. Cannot hear it at all. Let me... Does that change it? Is that better now? Is that good enough? Cool, thanks. Alright, let's see. So this was a little bit too wide last time. Need to narrow it somehow. Maybe not all the way. I do want it somewhat blockable by one smoke. I'll show you what side I will narrow it from. Something like this could work. Ladders. Well, maybe there will be ladders, who knows? Far too early to talk about ladders. I want like horizontal ladders. You can climb over gaps. Does that even work in CSGO? I know it worked in 1.6. There were a bunch of maps that used that principle. Not competitive maps, but like fun maps. I don't even know if you can climb with your head in CSGO. How's Cube coming along, Will? I was watching your stream the other day a little bit. Oh, nice, cool stuff. Any date in mind? Like a rough estimation? Well, this stream is perfect for procrastination. Hey, bro, no go. Nice to see you here. Cool, cool. Are you playtesting on the Source Engine Discord or Mapcore? Yeah, I find it an interesting idea actually. Yeah, Pronogo. So you can see on the bottom right hand side a rough sketch of what I envision the map to be. I kind of want to try a new concept with some kind of horizontal mid in comparison to the vertical mid that is like parallel to all the other paths in most maps, and see how that plays. Like you have this mid area here, and then 2 connectors to one bomb site here, and the other one loops around here to this bomb site. Though I also want to have like possibilities to play through CT spawn as a terrorist, so they could also like smoke off this area, bypass A site, and go like wrap around B, similar to strategies that are used in maps like the Inferno. So that's like the main macro concept that I'm trying to work on with this map. Bunch of smaller things too, like I wanted to try have positions like this mid kind of balcony or elevated position. I wanted to have the player be able to switch quickly to the other, to defend the bomb site. So I envision the bomb site to be roughly here, so you could hold mid from basically the bomb site. It might be a terrible idea, I don't know, but I kind of want to try it and mess around with it a little bit. Yeah, blank canvas is intimidating. That's why I kind of like to get a rough idea out in like on paper, as you can see with the sketch, and then roughly follow that, but not exactly. Like the sketch itself already has a bunch of problems, but I just went with it to have something that lets me get started. Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they're extremes on both sides. Like you can also spend an absurd amount of time fixing your 2D sketch and like trying to figure out angles there. I feel like I have a much easier time figuring that out in the editor or in-game even, rather than on paper. But oops, as I said, I just wanted to have somewhat of a blueprint of the map that I can work with to start off. The void is our canvas. Kind of. It's not entirely false. Yeah, totally. I agree with that. It's basically preference. Very much depends on how your brain works, actually. Like I like having the rough 2D sketch to have something that I can always come back to. When I feel like I get lost in details, I can just work on something different. Or like a different area of the map, since I already have it sketched out. It's kind of weird. Yeah, totally. Like you can see on my sketch that could be drawn by a 3-year-old, so I'm not as talented with the pencil as you are. So I don't want to spend a lot of time with it because it's just frustrating. Oh yeah, there will be epic boost spots. Like you can do a 5-man boost here and watch over this wall into T-spawn. It's pretty strong. No, I don't think about boost spots too much in the beginning of the level design process. That's like a detail that comes in later. Generally. Unless there is like a specific macro decision to be made for boosts. Like for example, overpass, yeah. Or for example, I once tried to explore a little bit the idea of having CT boosts to get quicker into positions, similar to what Dust 2 does with the elevator position, where you can boost someone up and they can rush middle or catwalk. If you have a concept like that in mind, it's fine if you consider boosts in this early phase, but for me it's not part of the integral gameplay of this map, so it's something that will come in later. Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of the times I feel like maps try to add boosts for Ts to get into weird positions or something like that. Also CTs. But I like the timing advantage for CTs, since they need to defend choke points, that they give up to one player that boosts another player to have a timing advantage on a different part of the map. That's why I find it interesting on the CT side compared to the T side, because the investment is much higher. Okay, I'm not getting any brushes down, I'm just talking to you guys. You're terrible. Just keep working over towards T-spawn. Tears of Pirates. I do download the VODs from Twitch, so it would be a possibility. I haven't looked into like restrictions on YouTube side in that regard, but I can see if I can make it happen. It's maybe a good idea because the VODs will be deleted in a couple of weeks, months. I don't know. Yeah, well, man, there will be a serious map drought because mappers keep distracting each other on Twitch. That's cool. Can you is this export button, is it right on the Twitch website, or do you need to do it through OBS or something? Like I'm complete noob when it comes to streaming, so I don't know anything. Oh, okay, cool. I'll check that out. Thanks for the tip. That's great. See, this is what streaming is all about. Learning from viewers. Okay, you guys close your eyes for that brushwork. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. Don't mind it. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. Please don't report Slimic. I had to do it. I'm kind of worried about this sideline here for now, but I think I'll just leave it for now and maybe like work on this part a little bit later, make it an interior part as a thing. Not sure. I don't want them to see that far in. Maybe have them come out here. I'm not sure. Would be a little bit more natural to approach mid from here. But then you would need to cross that line of sight here. I'll just do both for now. It's too much, but I'll tweak that later. Well, you just come out here, it's fine. Maybe I need some ladders. Did someone say ladders? Actually, where's my sketch? It's too tiny on the screen for me. Okay, that's the part that's just terrible. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. OBS tells me I'm dropping frames. Is it like... is it bad? I mean, it doesn't have to be super fluent, 120 FPS, but not sure. Hey Extent, how are you doing today? Working on your abysmal Half-Life times? I'm just joking, by the way. I'm doing pretty well. Had some nice pizza earlier. And now I'm just streaming for maybe an hour, hour and a half or so, just getting some work done on this new project. Oof. You played the new map core season yet? Extent? Or are you done with CS and back to Half-Life speedruns? Not so much. Hey, you've come to the right place if you want to make map. Here there's a layout in the bottom right that you can just copy and steal. It's right there. Yeah, I mean, if you have any questions or problems with making a map, maybe I can help out. Feel free to ask in a chat. There's also a bunch of other good mappers in here sometimes that might be able to help you out as well. I kind of make a mix of both. There's some materials, some textures that are very universal and can be used in many ways. But I also like to put my own touch on my maps and make a few assets myself. Though I'm not a good artist, so the textures are most of the time not very high quality, I guess. Or like visually pleasing. It's one of the parts I don't enjoy as much as, for example, making the layout, which is something I enjoy much more. Except when I have angles like that, it's terrible. That's just painful. Not gonna care about it for now though. Yeah. A reliable sucker. That's the thing though. Oops. I'm not liking this too much. meh. Whatever. I'll do the routes like that for now and see how bad the timings are. I want a little bit more space here. Let's do another arch here. Because why not? Arches are pretty. It's gonna be a Pullman arch, so it won't be pretty. Because I just can't get bothered. Yes, I did make the layout on with pen and paper. You can see it on the bottom right side. It's like the sketch that I scanned. As I mentioned before, it has a bunch of issues already, but I just take it as a starting point and work on the issues in 3D. But it gives me a good idea of where I want the level to go and makes it easier to start in 3D. And you can see this area already like changed quite a bit in comparison to the sketch. Because I saw that like distances are a little bit too long. But that might be too short now. I'll just test it in game and see how it feels. We'll actually do that pretty soon. Because testing is important. I compile fairly frequently actually, especially in Greybox. Though, yeah, I go back and forth. It depends really on what kind of feature I'm working on right now. If I work on a bomb site and the cover there, I compile fairly often and try to fix the angles there. But if I'm working on like general layout as I do right now, I've compiled this map once and run around a little bit. I'm close to losing patience and kind of want to get a picture of what it looks in the game. So I'll compile my, I think, second time or third time. I'm not sure. It really depends for me on what I'm working on. I'll just compile. Like, there are a bunch of issues, but Here. Oh yeah, bots.
Let's go. This is what we have been working for.
I always have the problem that I get stuck in my gray boxes for too long in game. Oof, that's very cramped here. Need more space here. That's very wide. Yikes, my scale is completely off. Is it though? It kinda is. That's an oof. Hey, let me hold B long from here. Kind of. Heiko, yeah, I'm not mimicking a real life place, but I take Bavarian towns as like my base inspiration for the map. So when I have old castle ruin walls or castle wall ruins running through the map, they might need a little bit more height to it, but generally that's what I'm going for. I kind of want to mix like villagey elements or town elements with this castle structures. Like in old Bavarian, old Austrian towns too, partially. Yeah, but you also, Wheelman, you also compile on fast, right? You like really just want to check some angles, check some geometry. Do you compile a lot when you work on like lighting, when you work on, I don't know, models? I feel like I compile much more often in gray box phase than I do in art. Of course, partly because it takes much longer. Yeah. I get that. It feels so big. You're up here. There's someone standing in the middle of this. Yeah, cordon is key, that's right. Cordon is key for, at least for art pass. I had a really big issue with cordon compiling though in my art pass for guard, because I always forgot to also cordon compile the enormous tower that's in the middle of the map. So when I was working on the back alley area, I was like, oh yeah, lighting is fine. And then there was much more shadow or much more shade in the final compile because the tower was actually there and blocked a bunch of the sunlight. testing some rough timings between the bomb sites. They might be a little bit too far apart. Yup, they are. So mid needs to be a little bit shorter. This area is enormous here. I don't like it. I kind of like it. I don't know. Let's put some dudes here. Actually, it's fine. Yeah, I've been trying to do that. I've been sloppy with it though. I did like one final compile every 3 or 4 sessions. But yeah, that's definitely the way to go. I do like version numbers of my maps for sessions though, which kind of helps me keep track of the progress and stuff like that. I really like that. But I still tend to cordon compile the sub versions, which might be a better habit. It's way too long. All right. Yeah, right. Just finish it. But bad habits rarely reduce your pain, so it's kind of a bummer. It eerily reminds me of Tuscan. Okay. No, I don't want to stop playing. I want to go back. Here. Here. Where do I shorten that? Maybe I just need something angled like this here. Doesn't quite work either. Now I need to shorten it. Shorten it by this much. This much. Ooh, that's interesting now. That is interesting now. I kind of like it. Like naturally pushes you towards mid. Without taking complete vision of that little tunnel here. I'll explore that further. Hey Davey, how are you doing today? Something changed that I didn't like to change. I'm doing pretty well, thank you. Glad to have you here as well today. Yeah, something like that, DMU. I wish you would go that fast. Man, I'm breaking a lot of my map with that kind of shit, but that's fine. He's fine. We're starting to get somewhere, boys. Not quite there. But it's something. Ooh. Completely lost the route here. Yikes. Come back, little route. Thanks, Willman. Have fun going grocery shopping. Don't forget your mask. Take care. Yeah, so the general theme would be a Bavarian or German or even Austrian town with some sort of castle wall ruins or town wall ruins going through the map as like some kind of guiding element too. No, not quite like Frostbite. Not quite. Although I took a look the other day, it looks pretty good. I gotta admit I haven't looked at it for a very long time because I was kind of busy with other projects. And I recently looked at it again after you guys updated it a couple of times now. Looks really good. You really nailed the architecture of places like that. Let me see if I can quickly show a couple of references here. Ooh, more to come. What are you planning on? What are you planning on working? Right. Oh, you cannot say. It's disappointing now. Let's see if we can set this up here. Window, sure. Here. Can you see that? Can you see that already? I don't know. That works. You should be able to see it now, right? Picture. Of some town, like Bavarian town. Wertheim, apparently. Yeah, stuff like this, like old guard towers. Creating some choke points. Here, that's a pretty good shot too for how or what I envision the map to be. Like, it's got some neat height variation here too. It's pretty cool. Yeah, stuff like that, like fountains maybe. So those are just a bunch of references that I looked for. That I'm working with. So yeah. And any for like, yeah, stuff like this, like remainder of castle structures or like town wall structures. The large round tower as well. Here maybe a better look of what that should look like. Yeah, so that's the basic theme that I'm going for this map. Oops. Alright. I'll make this like a little bit bigger. Might give some weird angles, but that's okay for now, I guess. Now, looking back at the reference pictures, I kind of had this idea to make this pump site like on some kind of slope and have where is it? That's not good. Anyway, no, let's just go back. I have something like this. Or we maybe have the fountain on top. It's the tiniest fountain now, but oops. Kinda like it. I'll just leave it like that, but it will definitely not stay that way. Just as a reminder for myself. Whenever I start touching the bump sites, actually, like in a macro design level, or micro level design level, whatever, I don't forget about those. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Debbie. Have a good night. I also think I will leave it with that. It's just an hour 20 that I worked on it now, but I'm kind of tired. I might stream some more this weekend. Let's see if I can find the time. Yeah, I'll just call it a day and keep working on it another time. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I hope everyone's doing well. And I wish you a pleasant night, guys. Bye-bye.